Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75. Welcome to another Transformers Takara Legends review. This is LG35 Super GINRAI, or otherwise known as powermaster Optimus Prime. Oh, pardon me that. I actually didn't know this was coming today. This has come today, and I didn't even know it had been released. I've been checking, I usually check the Big Bad Toy Store, to be honest. Because they usually get their toys in pretty damn quick, usually when they're first released, and I haven't actually seen this one on there, so I was a bit surprised today to get this from Kapow Toys, and I was actually really excited to get this. I've been wanting this for ages, ever since I can't remember where it was I first saw it. It was at Roll Out Roll Call when I first saw Powermaster Optimus Prime, and I thought, wow, I want to get that, and I knew this one had been announced for its remolded bits and everything, and I decided to get this one, even though at the time I was a bit skeptical about the fee and everything like that, but I'll come to why I actually decided to get this one in a second. You do get his instruction booklet, and it's a pretty damn cool one, and it's got the original picture they first released showing off those feet and the redesigned arms and the redesigned chest and everything. It does have a comic inside it. It's all in Japanese, so I can't actually read that. It is a triple changer, and you do get his little headmaster rather than the Titan Master. They're all headmasters, aren't they? They just call it Titan Masters for this one, for the gimmick. Obviously being Titans and stuff. It is a cool box. I do like it. It does show off all 3 modes. Now, I'm not going to actually turn it into the battle station because, to be honest, I cannot be arsed. It is. I do find all these battle station modes that they give some of these newer figures a bit redundant. It's quite cool that you can probably link them up to the larger figures. I just find it a bit much these days that every figure larger figure these days they're turned into a triple changer. Sorry about that. I thought my son had woken up. Yeah, so I'm finding it a bit annoying, really. But it really is just literally, by the looks of it, you just open certain bits out. Like, for example, it's just there's the cab, there's his arms raised up, there's his feet, and there's his battle station mode. It's nothing to write home about, really. It is just what it is. I mean, I might even try it in a minute. But anyway, let's get on with the actual video itself. So let's start off with a little haiku here. Now, I can't remember exactly what... see if I can get him to zoom in on him there. What the one was like that came with the Powermaster Optimus Prime. But this one has been heavily painted. I love the little face on there, the little blue visor, and you can see it's proper skin under there. So this is probably supposed to be GINRAI rather than a little robot. Pretty damn cool though. I actually really like it. I love it how they've done it, and if I turn him into the Optimus Prime head very, very quickly, they're so tiny, these things, and that is a proper cool little Optimus Prime head. You cannot go wrong with that. I actually really like it. I do have the is it the G2 version, you know, whatever they're calling it these days. That's the triple changer one that's going to be whoever it is, Octane. I do have that coming in a couple of days' time, actually, because I got it really cheap off Toys R Us, which was 15 quid, and that's about as much as probably a bit more than I want to pay for it, really, because it looks a bit rubbish. Probably look good as Octane, but well, I don't get it. But anyway, back to Super GINRAI here. He's a pretty cool homage to the old Powermaster Optimus Prime. He rolls very well. I was a bit sceptical because he has a lot of kibble underneath there, but he does roll pretty well. You cannot fault that, and I love the look of the cab on this one. I always thought the cab on the Powermaster Optimus Prime to be really weirdly scrunched up, and it looked like a toy. This one did go for a little bit more of a realistic looking truck, I found. That's another reason why I went for this one. Probably the main reason, if I'm honest. Yeah, there's not much else to say about this one. I think these guns are new to this mould, where you can stick them on the top here. Homogene the is that a word? Homogene? Homogene the old Powermaster Optimus Prime properly there with those on it, and you've got the other guns you can stick here as well. Other than that, you can open up the back here if I get my fingers in there, and you see you can open that, and you can probably get 1 or 2 cars in there maybe. Shame I ain't got none around actually. I would have given it a go. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So that's the nice little feature. Doesn't go all the way down to the ground there, but there we go. So we're going to close those back up. Yes, the only other trouble you're going to have in this mode is when you stick these guns on top, because these are long panels that just sort of fold up. As soon as you push down on that, it's going to collapse inwards. It's a bit annoying. So that is your only gripe in this mode, but other than that, it's pretty damn cool. Right, let's get on to transforming it then. If I can be bothered, you'll soon know it, where I can get him into his power station, power, whatever mode. Anyway, let's go for it. Alright, so the first thing we do is we're going to disconnect these panels here. Now they're held in pretty damn snugly in there. Right, so you get them out from both sides. That's it, that one comes out a lot easier, and then we just sort of bend it outwards. Then we sort of disconnect these, fold these up, and that's it, and just get them out of there basically. And then we're going to separate the arms, much like that. Then we're going to rotate them around. Yeah, let's get him into his bloody power, whatever mode we're going to call it. That just folds all the way down into there. Raise those up, bring that one down, I suppose. That's it, that goes down there. Then what do? We're going to separate his legs. Have we got a picture of it? So I'll just go off the picture. It's quite easy to transform once you sort of know what you're doing. How's it look? Right, so that stays down there, that folds up. That rotates around, so that comes round to like here. That, oh I see, yeah, you got to collapse this whole thing around, right? See, that comes down, and then that sort of folds down like that. Hold on, getting out, hold on. So then that, pretty much like how you transform the leg really, how it collapses. Get out of it. Right, bring that around, open that out a bit more, just do whatever you please with that. There's the cab, you can do whatever you want with that. There's his arms, and then you can just stick guns here, there and everywhere really. How's it, where's it say to put him? Oh, you put them in his hands, there we go, they'll hide him behind there. So you get a gun in there, whether you can see it or not, and a gun in there. And then you've got little holes on the side there, you can put them in there, and then, oh yeah, this folds down, doesn't it? Like that. And then you can sit little GINRAI just in there, and he's going to be happy as Larry. Look at him. Yeah, well, he doesn't really stay in there too well, but there we have his battle station mode. Doesn't really, mind you, I haven't really tried to get it to tab into hard there. It's alright, isn't it, I suppose? Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, you know, I suppose if you like that sort of thing, it's alright. Actually, it's alright. I do like it because it does homage the old Powermaster Optimus Prime, because obviously he did have a battle station mode, which I used to play for quite a lot when I was a kid. Right, okay, let's get this fella transformed into his robot mode. There, right then, okay, so we're going to move little GINRAI off there, put him to the side, take the guns off, put them to the side as well. Like the guns, you can have, obviously, GINRAI sitting in the guns, a bit like most of the other Titan Returns figures that you can see that gives you a little bit more playability, quite like that. So let's take these guns off. Right, okay, then where are we going to go from? Let's start manoeuvring back into how he should look. So we're going to rotate, oh bloody hell, rotate these down, bring this leg down. Right, we're going to transform these legs, I think. Right, so you're going to come under here, and this is where it gets a little bit fiddly. You've got to rotate this whole section out and around and down. Then you can bring out this little front of his feet. That's it, and then you spin that around, and that rotates back up. Once you get it fully extended anyway, and then this little heel spur comes down. And then this thing collapses all the way around. And then once you get everything pegged in, fits on there nicely, and there you go, you got one of his legs. And then we're going to do the same with this other one. Bring this down, just rotate it around, get his other leg out of the way in a minute. Right, then we're going to get that one out of the way, bring this whole assembly out and round until we're happy. Bring this out, spin it round, rotate it back up, bring that out, collapse this around, make sure everybody is tabbed in and happy. That there's a little tab just in there, that one goes into, and hopefully by now all the legs are happy and safe and secure. Pretty much, but we'll come back to the legs in a minute. Oh, these bloody legs, they are super stiff joints. Bring that down. Now we're going to come back to the arms. We're going to start collapsing these how they should be, like that. That's right, that one, proper tabs in there. And then, as you can see on these forearms, you're going to collapse them in. And like that. Bring them out, start rotating them around. Rotate the little fists around. Like so, just bend him slightly at the elbows, that gives you a bit more. There you go, that should stay there. And then we're going to rotate this around like so. We can stand him up. Let me just move my camera back ever so slightly. There we go. Right, then all you do now is you disconnect it from here, rotate this around. Then rotate it around, bring this section all the way down, fold it back and push it in so it's secure. Push the cab section down until it just snaps into place. Then we open out this. I did like this on the Ultra Magnus because obviously this is taken from that Ultra Magnus where you could fit that little fellow in and he sits so snugly in there in that compartment. I really did like that on Ultra Magnus. So anyway, then we get this one, fold that one back first, then this one in. Let's close the cab up. That little section is wanting to fall down all the time now. And then we rotate that up. I like it how you could have probably taken this off and just left it with that cab, but that would have looked pretty damn fine. If they could have just remolded that bit to be that, I think that would have been pretty cool. But I like it what they've done with this. Once you bring this up, and it just, there's a couple of little joints that it just falls into. I don't know whether the Powermaster Optimus Prime one is the same, but they just sort of just ease into those joints and it holds there brilliantly. There he is. So like I said, these do have a lot of moving parts in there and you can fiddle about with it until you're happy. And just give them the pose that you want. And then obviously we're going to take high Q here. Transform into head mode, and it's nice. I think I showed this off earlier, but it's a cool head mode. I do like it. We're going to pop him in there. Oh, get in there, you little bugger. Right, so he's in there, and then you're going to bring this all the way over, and there we have Optimus Prime, or well, I suppose GINRAI, isn't it really? I suppose I should say. That's it, we're going to put him there, and then you can put all the weapons on, like so. You can have these ones. So I usually have them pointing upwards. I know some people have them pointing forwards. I really do like them having slightly up or even slightly forwards. It depends how you want. Sometimes I have them slightly back. I just prefer that look. You can combine the guns, I believe, somehow. Well, it definitely looks like they should combine, doesn't it? But it doesn't look you can. Maybe they fit somewhere on us. I don't know. Anyway, there we go. So you put those in there like that. Oh, there we go. Alright, let me just readjust my camera. Right, so here we have the fully transformed Powermaster Optimus Prime, or Super GINRAI if you will, into robot mode. And if I'm honest, I actually really like it. Now, I had looked at a few pictures of this beforehand, and I was umming and ahhing whether I liked it or not, and I actually really do. One bit I wasn't too keen on the earlier pictures was the cab section there, looking a bit sort of sunken in. But in hand, it actually isn't sunken in that far. You're not really going to be able to tell too much just how far it is inside that. But it doesn't look at all too bad, if I'm honest. And the other bit I wasn't too sure on was the feet, but they don't look too bad. I mean, they are very, very fiddly. They've got a lot of moving parts in there, you know. But once you get them just right, they stand up pretty well. Once you can get a few decent poses in. The other bit annoys me a little bit. It's not doing it now, but when I first transformed this earlier, this inner leg section did want to keep coming out untabbed from there, and you can sort of like rotate these around. You're going to struggle to get him in a few poses, I think, but it's not going to be that difficult, you know, if you persevere. And like I said, they've got enough movement in there to give him a few sort of poses, you know, so you're not going to run into too much trouble. The arms, I actually really do like the redesigned arms, where you've now got these sections folded up right back towards his elbow instead of under his hands. I love the new hands. I don't know exactly why they've got the red bit on there. I'd have preferred it if they were just all blue, if I'm honest. I'm in an iron whether to still get the powermaster Optimus Prime to go as like a comparison with this guy. I actually do like the white crotch piece, if you will, whatever that's called, instead of the all grey version that is on the powermaster one. Just because I mean, I actually really do like this guy. Actually, he is growing on me the more I tinker with him. Yeah, I mean, he's a fun little figure. A bit pricey though. I'd probably, maybe if you couldn't afford it, stick with the powermaster one. It is absolutely fine. I mean, you can even have the smaller Optimus Prime head there. If I bring it down here. And zoom in on it there, looks a little bit small for that, but I mean it's a great little Optimus Prime head that he turns into there. I think that's quite a cool looking one. Brilliant, actually. I really do like it. Then again, all figures are fiddly these days, to be honest, so there we go. And I'm not a child, so I'm not going to play with it and get annoyed. I mean, these joints are super stiff as well, so that's probably adding to certain things there. I just really do like it. I really do like it. So let's have a couple of size comparisons. This is with the Masterminds Creations Anubis, or Death's Head, if you will. Oh yeah, my outfit actually put him in the shot right. Yeah, not a bad size comparison, that, I think. Yeah, not too bad at all. And here he is with Combiner Wars. What's his name? Can't think of his name. Computron. There we go. And again, not too bad. You'd think though, oh, he's got bloody cobweb on there. It's because I've had him on the shelf for quite a while. Yeah, you'd think obviously Computron should be a bit bigger, but there we go. Can't do too much about that. Right, anyway, I'm going to stop this here. I shall see you all again soon. Bye for now.